Oh well. All right. So, video daily PSP. Yesterday, got this candle over here down close that you can see us retrace back into. As long as the gap. So we have a daily cycle along with the daily PSP. That's a high probability reversal. So for the most part, today I was waiting for us to be bearish. Um, we had news at 8:30, and my first trade came in on my from the futures where I took a short. I took a short, and why is it not showing? Oh, I took a short for. So pretty much, I saw I didn't see the weekly cycle, but I saw that we had a daily cycle right here. Um, you can see that's the daily cycle with Dow. So then after that daily cycle, I was like, all right, we're gonna run lower. We also, a key factor for me was that we just enough this 4 hour wick touched this balanced price range, swept it. Swept this liquidity and then pulled lower. So I was like, all right, I feel a good reversal. So then first initially I entered with micros, and I was like, you know what, let me just do two, because my risk to reward is I shorted it right there, a little bit higher than that. Stop loss there. My TP was at the lows. So since I'm already looking at like 4R, this was a bit higher up. It was more like that. See? Oh, never mind. Like this. Because I have like, and I put my stop loss to the body. Yeah, so there you go. So I'm already at 5R. I was like, you know what? I don't really care too much. I'm gonna risk less. If I get the win, I get the win. So then, pretty much risked about 40 ticks. I left break even. Um, left the three cons break even. There we go. That's how it was. Left three cons break even right here, and then the rest ripped lower. Went below these lows and hit my TP, and that was only 2 micros, but it was 241. So that was that, the 5RR. I was done with that, and then that was like a 2-minute trade, really. Crazy. Not 2 minute, but like very quick. After that, we waited for 9:30, obviously. 9:30 came in, and down here we pretty much we dug all the way to the bottom of that daily fair value gap. We have SMT and the 4-hour candles. So I pretty much knew that we're going to retrace back up from all these little key factors. We also had this is a 4-hour PSP on top of everything. So my entry, obviously, orb, so continuation. So I'm waiting for that. And so then pretty much we mark out our orb. We don't really have to use ES for this anymore. So 940 right there is the high. First candle to close below is right here, but then I wanted to see us get back into this gap. So then I saw this one pull a bit lower. It didn't hit the gap, but I entered right here as it's on the down close candle. Like technically that's where I should have entered on this one, but I still waited for confirmation because I knew it's going to go lower. Because on the lower time frame, you can see that, like, in some cases, like here, it's like you're going to see one more down candle. So anyway, so I saw it was going to go lower, and then I entered there, 3R, TP, bam, and the thing is this. So you see that pullback? I expected us in the pullback to get down to the gap. Obviously, the same wick that went into the gap on ES got cleared and hit new day opening gap, but also I guess you could say this is a breakaway gap, but there's really nothing at the lows like to confirm that it should be a breakaway, which a bit unfortunate. Like I guess we had 90, so you could say breakaway but this is a 9:35 minute fair value gap. Treating this as a breakaway is crazy. I expected us to pull back at least once. So then I thought the pullback would be right there, and that led me to leaving at break even. So right here I entered, put my stop loss a bit higher than the wick to get 400 exactly on the risk. Then it started chopping up here, and I was like, I think we're in the pullback. It was kind of clean from the way that it didn't, because that right there is a 5 minute wick, and then it just went higher and took the TP. Yeah, it would have been 1200, would have been up, but it's all good. I don't think in this case, like, yeah, the entry was good, but like, no, honestly, I feel like I shouldn't have even taken it. Like, the right trade was here using QT. Um, any realistic entry here should have been this one, but obviously, based off my pure strategy, it there's no wick on this candle, right? So we wait for a wick. The wick was right here. This was my stop loss. This should have been my stop loss. I should have held it, but I didn't. And also, like, I'm not too mad about it because I lost break even. I didn't lose. I didn't close it in drawdown, which is my one main thing that I've written down. Did not close trades in drawdown because you don't actually know what's going on because you're mentally just tripping. So that happened, and then you can see it came back to 930 later because this key level that was never touched. And it delivered the 3RR, but it's all good. And then looking back at the week, pretty happy with one trade a day. This was one trade, but two positions. So Monday was just a stupid loss. I didn't follow the orb. This one was a mechanical error. I entered two, and like I started tweaking because like I should have entered at a place, but then it glitched me out. So then I didn't have enough risk. I had too much risk and too low of a level. So this one technically should have been the win. And then yesterday was beautiful. 3RR. I waited all day for that. And then today, the setup was there. So I'm not mad. Week is fine. Um, Pretty much break even on the account. I still have on top. I have 6 XFAs. One of them's not showing obviously because you can only have 5 at a time, but showing up. But one strong win, and all of these will be in the green. One average win, all of them are in the green when September starts. But I'm not using any of these 4 except for just this one until September starts, and I'm only trying one a day. So look, I literally go 400 one a day, and I get locked out no matter what. So that's just how it is, and yeah, we're moving on. So far, it's been working pretty well, and I think, in my opinion, it's the best entry model for me. It saves the most. It saves you quite a bit, and you take full advantage of that 1 hour of that 10 a.m. candle. So I'll see you guys later. Adios.